the lowest goal scoring week in FPL history. Isaac, blank. Haaland, blank. Comma, blank. Wood, blank. But there was one man who rose above to save our FPL game week, and his name is Mo Salifa, the Sky Dragon. And this week, he is gonna blank. What are we gonna do in FPL? But my name is Tims from the FPL Diamond Dogs with Sid from the FPL Diamond Dogs. Let's start the show. Oh, Sid, bruh. I will not lie to you. It's just funny. This week was rough for the O's, bruh. I was like, it was a game week where we thought, hey, maybe we shouldn't captain Salah. Ha ha. If we didn't.
I never said that. I never said that. You were the one who came out going, I don't feel like Salah is the one. And then you just go and copy me. So I don't know what you're doing. You know, like you're like Man United pulling a rabbit out the hat, bruh, against Arsenal.
He scored 4 goals. Hey now. They had to go down to 10 men, which explains why we scored the 4 goals.
Now, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even talking about your Europa situation against Real. I'm talking about the fact that you pulled a rabbit out the hat with Arsenal over the weekend, bruh.
Hey, we were out here, bruh. I will not lie to you.
The way Bruno Fernandes decided, I'm taking you guys on my back. Because nobody else had any answers, bruh. Nobody else in your team had any answers. He was just like, you know what? Yes, give me that free kick and I'll show you what it's about. I'll show you what needs to be done.
I can tell you, Oz, like, I'm so sad because I can't bring Bruno back, but I don't want to bring Bruno back because he used to break my heart. But in that game, right, like, Man United can do that. That's the sad part.
I'm still angry about the fact that you guys went from a back 3 to a back 5, bruh. Wait. It is the whole the whole time Amarim's been in, and even the last time he played against us, he didn't have a back 5. But suddenly now, today, this man pulls up, he's like, you know what, guys, actually, it might be a better option if we have a back 4 or back 5. And then we'll play Bruno deep, and we'll basically just put 10 men behind the ball and see what happens. Because
now, you see now, this is what I'm saying. Amaron is now realized. He realized what he has to do, which is we can't score. So if we can't score, let's just not concede. So he's using basic math. That's all he's doing. He's like, when we have 3 people behind the ball, hey, shit, we concede. But then if we have 5, I'm like, whoa, break us down now, motherfucker.
Obviously, who's breaking down half a team in a box, bruh? No one in this world is breaking down half a team in a box. You had literally, not even Sean Dyche back in the day was putting half a team in the box, bruh, and saying, come.
Look what happened. Results. I'm saying, hey, because you got Raya had to be on form, bro. Like, Raya was man of the match. So clearly this 5 at the back system was working. So I'm like, sometimes you can't hate the player. You have to hate the game.
Nah, I'm hating the players because I'm still here for the game, bruh. I'm still here for the game. You guys just heard, you know what, you guys just saw Arsenal score 7-1 against PSV and you're like, you know what, actually, we don't want to be a part of this scenario. We don't want to be a part of this scenario and get dunked on like nobody's business. So let's go put half the team behind the ball and let's see if something happens. And now, is this the United is this where United has fallen, bruh? Is this the day? This is where, from Fergie to here, bruh. Is this the United? I was sitting there going, yeah, I'm ready for Fergie Day, United. I was like, I was waiting for you guys to come out the box, start running, like you have prime Ronaldo, like you guys have got prime Rashford, like all the players you stole from us over the years to win leagues. And then, what I'm looking at is prime fucking Sean Dyche's team, bruh.
I have to, because what Amaron realized is like, it's like when you turn 30, right? You realize that you can't like run like you used to run when you were 20. Your body doesn't body what you used to. So now he's just recalibrating. Where I'm like, back in the years, Man United were good. Now he's realizing the shit. So then now he realizes you have to play like a shit team. We are actually playing like we are 14th in the league. Like we've stopped trying. We've stopped living in the past. We've accepted who and where we are today. And where we are is a 14th place team in the league. So when we play a team that's second on the log, what do? We park the motherfucking bus and we hope for a counter. And that's exactly what happened. Ganacha made a run and whoop, whoop, whoop. Then you guys tackled him and like Bruno's like, I've been waiting all my life for this. I'm like, hey, I'm about to make a name for myself. But then, hey, Declan Rice came forth and prospered, bro. I went, now that shot was fire. I'm like, you've been calling Declan Rice the past few weeks of being the savior in this Arsenal team. And man is out here saving, bro. He's out here when the going gets tough, and he loves scoring against United. But like against the other teams, I don't see this Rice. I don't see this Rice. I see this Rice twice a year, and it's always at Old Trafford. That's the only. I don't know what we did to him. I don't know.
I know what you did to him. You put 5 men behind the ball. That's what you did. I'm not even including the keeper.
Because it's like, hey, I don't have anything to defend. I'm like, I'm not defending anything in front of my back four. So hey, let me go for a young run up from the box, man.
I see how far the mighty have fallen, bro. I've seen how far the mighty have fallen, bro.
I've told you, Sid. This is a great time. When Man United are doing shit, that's when I'm doing well in FPL. Because now I'm not worried about supporting a club. I'm just focused here. That's exactly what I need. So Amaran is doing what I need, except for this past game week, because everyone blanked. I don't know what everyone is doing. Palmer missed a penalty. I don't know how.
Yo, I saw that man miss a penalty, and I was just like, this man's leaving my team.
Oh, I've really made my transfer. I won't even lie to us. Like you're gonna see now, I've made my transfers already. And spoiler alert, I said it last week when I was gonna believe in him, and then Sid told me not to believe in him. And you see, Sid, what happens when I never believe in him? Look what he did now. So you should have given me. If he got my belief, he would have scored. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know about that, bro. I saw that penalty, bro, and I don't think Jesus could have helped him in that scenario.
No. Like Palmer, like you're saying this now, Sid. I don't know who Chelsea are playing this game week. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I know, and I told you you're not losing another game this season. So
look,
I'm not wrong. A draw is still not a loss. So I'm not wrong.
You're not believing in Palmer saying this stuff, knowing full well who he's playing this game week. Knowing full well. I'm just letting you know that.
Man doesn't score against big teams, so I'm not worried about Palmer in Arsenal, bruh. Against Arsenal.
Beautiful time.
Go look. No, the statistics there to help me. And go look.
No, you're right.
Man does not score. And then last week he had a small team and he didn't even score against a small team. So what do you want?
I'm just saying this is bold. This is bold of you to make such proclamations.
I'm making a proclamation of just pure facts. I'm making a proclamation of just pure facts. I'm not here to be deluded. I'm not being delulu and saying, oh, okay, Palmer's gonna put like 5 again. I'll put 5 through us when the man can't even put 5 through Leicester, bruh. Like,
I'm just saying, Palmer is a lot of people's
Palmer even
captaincy.
battles against Southampton at this stage, bruh. So I don't know what I was saying to my one friend. I was talking to my one friend, and I was like, "Yo, I feel like this man had a one-hit wonder season last season, and now he's just."
Okay, that's going a bit far, but
What do you mean that's going
I
a bit
will.
far? How many goals has he scored in the last 2 months? Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
yeah, I think
go.
he
Let's
scored
go.
one goal in the past 7 games. Yeah, I think he scored one goal in the past 7 games. Yeah.
Let's
Oh no,
go.
no.
The
Okay,
score.
I think
This guy scored 14 points. He scored 14 goals. Okay, in the last
he scored one
20.
in the past seven. I think.
Let's go. 14 games. In the last 14 games. I'm not even going now. I'm going back. I'm going back literally half a season basically for what we've done so far. In the last 14 games, his expected XG is
No, no, no.
0.5. I'm just going. No, I'm giving you. I'm going through the statistics here. I'm going through the statistics here. He gets 0.4 goals a game over 14 games.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then if we go make the sample size even smaller, let's go 7 games back. Man has man has just managed to score 0.13 goals per game.
Yeah, Sid.
And now
I
you're out here trying to explain to me, yeah,
I'm gonna
no.
explain it.
No. You out here trying to explain to me, yeah, no, like, yeah, he's gonna do things against Arsenal.
I never said he's gonna do things against Arsenal. I just said it's bold of you to make proclamations like this. That's all I said. And like, oh, I'm not gonna deny because they even couldn't even score against Copenhagen. Like, I don't even know where Copenhagen is, but and he was still struggling to score against them. So I'm just saying, I think you guys have the best odds to keep a clean sheet this game week. Like that's how bad. Um, no, I think actually Nottingham Forest does, but I think you guys are like top three best options for clean sheets this week, and you guys are playing Chelsea. So I'm just saying, be wary. That's all I'm saying. Just beware. Just be because a lot of people are captaining him this game week because he's the like the premium captain option without Isaac, without Salah. Like he's the guy that people will turn to. Not me, but he's the people that
Hey, bro,
even if he was in my team, I would probably pick Wood if I had to pick somebody, or even Bruno. Like if I had Bruno, I would have picked Bruno ahead of Palmer. But we will discuss what we're gonna do later. Let's go through, our past game week, which was fun for Sid, because as you know how we do this, the person who wins the game week gets to go second. So for the second week in a row, the comeback king Sid gets to go second, while Tibbs slowly but surely goes like lower and lower in on the rankings, but we're still strong. We're still in the 160K now. So we were 90K 2 weeks ago. We were strong, but at the top, it's shaky at the top, right? Like at the top, it's rough. So we moved down to 170K, but we're still progressing to 100K finish. So I got 53 points this game week. I'm super sad because if I made my keeper change, I would have gotten a green arrow instead of getting the red arrow that I have now. So I got 53. Pickford got me two. Trent got me two. Muniz, just solid geezer, six. Gabriel, I won't lie to you. When I saw Bruno score, I got happy and sad at the same time. But Gabriel got two. Nori, I'm still waiting for you to come right, even though we've believed in you for so long. Palmer, some people's captain, got one. And Buemo got two. Matoma got two. Salah saving my game week 30. Isaac 2, Wood 2. Then my bench, Cunha and Robinson 0. Odangra 1. And Sells. I don't know why no one's believed in Nottingham Forest this season. I had Sells and he got me 8. Nottingham Forest have had 3 more clean sheets than any team in the league. They are just They have 12 clean sheets so far. It's only game week 28, and they have 12. That's more than a third of their team. It's nearly half of their games. They're just not conceding. So the fact that no one has believed in Nottingham Forest as of yet is abysmal. But I'm gonna believe now. 53 points, above average, but still, when you're at the top, you can't be above average. You have to be excellent. Wasn't excellent, but I'll be excellent from now on.
Okay, nice story.
Great story. What do you mean? Nice story.
Just sounds like a bunch of excuses from me. It sounds like it literally sounds like any politician sitting in fighting Sona, bro.
No, no,
You
no, no.
came out and said a
I'm not
whole lot of
stupid.
something but didn't mean anything.
Nah,
Man is getting ready for a lifestyle in politics, bro. After that speech.
I can't be up. Can't be up.
Instead of taking the responsibility of like, yo, actually, guys, like, listen, I made some bad decisions. Like, well, why am I even choosing? Why am I not playing cells when I'm talking about the fact that Nottingham Forest
Because
have
he
one of
was
the best?
playing Man City, Sid. I'm sorry. I expected City to score. I'm sorry. I
I
apologize.
feel
That's
like
on
we
me.
have hindsight as foresight for a reason, and I told you City don't score. I feel like we have this whole hindsight is foresight for a reason, and I don't know. Viewers, you guys tell me what you like. Do you guys understand why we have hindsight as foresight? We're not just doing this for fun. We're sitting there making predictions so that you guys know. Oh, if I have this player in my team, hey, it might be a good idea to play him, or it might not be a good idea to play him. I.e., when you have defenders, i.e., Nottingham Forest, and we went on this long rant about how Nottingham Forest, one of the best defense, no, the best defense in the league, and have the most clean sheets. Next to that is Arsenal, and you'd be stupid if you thought that Forest are gonna go and concede to City, and like with the way City have been playing, yes, they're a little bit better, but they're not great. We had all these talking points, and I feel like my guy just decided to ignore me. I don't know, like. And now I know what it's like to be a girl in a relationship when a guy and they talk and they just don't listen because I was talking and no one listened. And this man is like, nah, you know what? I know better. I know better because this man was last week was going, yeah, you know what? Palmer's the captaincy choice, guys. Palmer was the
I did.
captaincy
I was
choice,
actually.
and he even put the vice captaincy on Palmer. So you don't
I
even.
without you, I think I would have made Palmer my captain. Like I wouldn't lie to you without talking to you. I wouldn't lie to you.
You know what? Actually, this season, your title does not belong to you. It belongs to me more than it belongs to you. Because
Well,
half the
that's the whole
time,
point,
half the
man.
time, I sit here and I just convince you what you're doing is stupid, and then you listen to me,
Exactly.
and then you're like, actually, you're right, and then we go back, we get to the end of the season, and you're like. I've done well, but actually, along the way, you've made decisions that weren't the right decisions, and then you
Hundred
fought
percent.
me, and then you somehow came out of it by listening to me. Imagine,
Yes.
imagine.
Yeah. Sid, I don't think you realize that's
Bruh,
why we're the
bruh.
FPL Diamond Dogs. Because the Diamond Dogs talk about their solution to their problems.
No, I
That's
back
why
that.
we're
I
here.
back that. We've been talking, and that's why I'm saying you need to listen. When I speak, listen. When I'm sitting there and telling you, bro, don't play. Like I even have Lewis. I have Lewis, Rico Lewis, on my bench. Did that man see game time? No. Like I told you, I had this man. Did I see that man see game time? I was like, nope, because he's not gonna do anything. They're going to concede. Even if he does play, he's probably still gonna get a 1 pointer. So what happened? I put him on the bench, and what happened for me? Hey, I was living. You decided to go, no, 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 no. I'm gonna take cells and just be like, shame, it's not gonna happen for you. Ha, you got sold, bro. Anyways,
Thank you, Sid. No. I won't make the mistake again. I've learned my lesson now.
I don't know. You've been saying this all season, bro.
I have.
You've been saying this all season.
And I
Um,
have been doing okay. So I've learned some of my lessons. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them.
fair enough. Okay, so my team got 59 points this weekend. It's not that great, but I had Rye had 3 points, Gabriel with 2 points, Minaz with 6, Trent with 2. Also, Trent, you got to go. This is the week where you got to go. Buemo with 2, Palmer with 1, Waneri with 1, Salah with 30 because I made the right decision in captain Salah.
Who made
Wood to Isaac to Raul Jimenez with 8. And then on my bench, Mikalenko to Lewis 1. I've still got Ahmed, which he's gonna go today. But
Hey, but you've kept him longer than I've kept him.
Man has been injured. I've just been banking transfers because I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do. So man's gonna stay in this
Now you
team.
got transfers, and you can do a lot. You can do a
Yeah,
lot now.
I'm getting rid of I'm getting rid of Trent and I'm getting rid of Ahmed. I'm just foreshadowing.
Yeah, that's good. No, because we both wrote, because we both realized we needed transfers for now. And now that okay, I used mine already because Isaac was going down. So spoiler alert, I sold Isaac. So I had to sell Isaac for life to happen for me.
So you sold Isaac only for next week to bring Isaac back in.
No, no, not bringing him back next week.
So you're not bringing him back against Brentford, Leicester.
Nope.
Um,
No, no, bringing him.
you're bringing in Haaland next week.
You don't know.
Because that's the only way that this makes sense. That's the only way this makes sense. Like, I'm sorry,
Sid,
but that's
we haven't gotten to we haven't got to that part of the show yet. So you don't know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no, 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 no. I know because, but also you're bringing in Haaland you've already brought in Haaland, I assume, because you've sold Isaac, and you brought in Haaland to face Man City. Have to face Brighton, they have to face United, and they have to face Leicester. Leicester's the only green fixture. But even then, I don't know if Leicester's actually a green fixture, to be honest, because, bruh,
Sid, you don't know what I've done. I don't know.
I know what you've done, and I can see from the look on your face. I'm playing detective here, and I'm actually telling you, I know what you've done. You got and brought Haaland in for this game week when I don't know why you'd bring Haaland in yet now when you could look at like fixtures after. I think after the United probably is a good time to bring him in because that's when you would wildcard.
Or maybe if that was a transfer some people would do, I don't know if people would do that. But if that was a transfer you would do, I'm like, some people are ahead of the curve, you know what those people, those trendsetters, you know what those guys are called, where I'm not a bandwagon guy, sometimes you need a leader to, take charge and but that's if I did that move. And we'll find out if I did that move in our segment. Call up, trust, believe, and strike three, you're out. So call up is, where you actually decide to just, genuinely do something that no one does in 2025, which is call somebody up. So you're like, you know what? I'm not going to send this person a message being like, hey, what are you doing? I'm going to call them and being like, hey, what are you doing now? Trust is, when you call them, they're going to be free. So you're trusting that you're going to call them up, they're going to be free. And then believe is that you believe that they're going to leave at the time that they say they're going to leave at. And strike three, they're out, is when none of this all goes together. So you just have to go to dinner by yourself. So Sid, who are you deciding to call up?
Who am I deciding to call up?
Yes.
No, actually, I want to hear your call-ups first. Actually, I want to hear your call-ups first because I want to hear this childishness unfold. I want to hear this childishness unfold.
So let me go through people you should think of calling up, and then I'll
No. I want to hear your call-ups first, and then we'll go. No. I want to hear your call-ups first, and then we'll give the people the right decisions to make.
No. I'm gonna give them the call-ups that people should do.
No. Start off. I want to show them what like a before and after picture looks like. So start with the before picture.
So the before picture is in my idea of a call-up. So I made, because you're gonna make fun of my call-ups because they don't make sense logically. But
Guys, I'm just earmarking this before. So continue.
I made 3 transfers this game week. Already made them. So the three people I decided to call up, I called up for my midfield. I had to bring in the boy Kleinfeld from
Clevered, you mean?
Cleveland, sorry, Cleveland from Bournemouth. So
Mm-hmm.
I've Cleveland from Bournemouth. Then, I had a striker problem. You know what I'm saying? Because I still had Cunha. Isaac was blanking. So you know what Tim started to do? He started to go for double trouble. Left, right, playing in the same match. I decided to call up a person you wouldn't expect, João Pedro, and Sid called it the Norwegian Viking himself, Erling Haaland.
So
So
you
those are my
wasted it. So you got a -4. You took a -4.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay. Now after you can tell us what the people should have
Okay, so what the
done.
people should, I won't lie. So the people should do is I won't lie to you, Trent. You should have gotten rid of Trent, which I still have.
Trent's injured as
So
well, hey?
yeah, no, that's what I said. So Trent is somebody that should be because first of all, I think he's 7.5, or he might have gone down to 7.4 now. But
I think
he's
he,
7.4.
yeah, 7.5 still.
I still 7.5 store. So he's 7.5. He's not playing like a 7.5 FPL asset in general. Like
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool have had under 10 clean sheets this game. I think they have like 8 or 9 clean sheets this whole season. So first, and doesn't even play all of them. So I'm like, first, Liverpool aren't getting clean sheets that a player like Nottingham Forest are getting. And then B, he's not returning like he's an attacking fullback anymore. So Trent is somebody at 7.5 that should be gone. So that is somebody that I would look to call up, and I'd call up either a Bournemouth defender because they have some good matches coming up. Kirkes is a good one. If you don't have money, Malinkovic is not that bad. And then if you're not gonna call him up, then you could go for Guardiola if you really want to be special. But that or Nottingham Forest defender are kind of the two players that I would look. Then you could use your money wisely and buy possibly a Haaland if that's where you want to go, or like players in that ilk, or even a Bruno Fernandes. So like because Man United also has some decent fixtures coming up. So those are the people that you should be calling up if you are a logical FPL manager.
Mm, interesting.
There, who are you calling up, sir? Yes. No, I don't like this. To be honest, I even thought about bringing in Raul. To be honest with you.
Oh man, you're not ready for this.
I swear, if there's Bruno Fernandez, said you, I swear on God, I'm in the stream, Sid. I'm in the stream right now. If I hear one word come from your mouth, if I just hear a Fernandes, anything along those, Sid, we're gonna go kung fu fighting here. We're gonna go kung fu fighting here.
So
I'll punch you
let's
through the
start off with the
screen.
defense.
I
Let's
mean,
start off with the defense here. So
I'm not.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
start with the defense. So
Yeah, because
I'm thinking of either Wan-Bissaka or Nico Williams from Forest.
yeah,
So I'm going to Wan-Bissaka or Nico Williams from Forest. Right.
that's a good decision.
Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka has shown he's got quite a big goal threat for that West Ham side. A lot of it seems like if they are going to score against Everton, it looks like I don't know. It just I feel like Wan-Bissaka is going to be involved in some way, shape,
Yeah,
or form.
that's fair. That's fair. He's been doing pretty well at West Ham. Shame.
Yeah, which leads me to
Mm-hmm.
understanding. It
Yeah,
leads
yeah,
so
yeah.
when you look at so then you have to look at the midfield now, right? And
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like Tibbs
The
is
midfield.
saying, there's not really many captaincy options out there. I mean, Wood is one, Raul
Yeah, yeah,
Jimenez is another one, and
yeah.
Buemo could also be another one.
Trophy.
Palmer's definitely not the one.
No,
Um,
definitely not.
even maybe a Gabriel defender shout could be one, considering the clean sheet. And like, it's slim pickings out here. It's slim pickings.
Yeah, it
So
is.
clean sheet. There's a chance of a set piece goal from Gabriel. So you could easily get you could maybe rack up like a nice 10 pointer from Gabriel, which is not a bad captaincy
You can
option.
see.
It's
Yeah,
not a
without
bad
Salah around there, yeah.
yeah, without Salah around, that could be a good captaincy option.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like there's not enough firepower in my team.
Uh-huh.
So when I look at my team and
Yeah.
I go on and I look at the midfielders and I see who's available.
Because you have to get rid of Ahmad, right? So you have to get rid of
Yeah, I
Ahmad.
have to get rid of Ahmad as well, and I have to look. And you know what? I go looking at, like, kind of looking at the league, what players are available, and who
Yeah.
are like firepowers that are playing this week. Now,
Yeah.
like, if I really, Clavert is a good option.
Cleveland's
Seems like
great. That's a great option.
he's
He's on
seeming like a
penalties.
good firepower option.
That's a great option. That's a
Hudson
great
Odoi
option.
from Forest also seems like a good firepower
Yeah.
option.
Gibbs White is on penalties. I'm like, yeah, Gibbs White. I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gibbs White. And then I was like, let me go deeper. Let me look into statistics. Let me look at form. Let me look at like what's the expected points per game. And and I was like, really, like, I was like, let me just take a look. Let's see what's happening for player points predictions this game week. And
Yeah.
Haaland is up there. Haaland is up there with the most predicted, but I don't think that's over like a 5 game week range or a 4 game week, like 3 game week range. So if we just bring it back to just a single game week, just a singular
Uh-huh.
game week, and then we look, there's Foden who could be a possibility. Now Foden's quite expensive, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know, have the budget for Foden, the way that my money's set up. I just don't know if I like it. So I gave Foden a no go. Because I still think Brighton can do things against City. If City do well, they do well. But like I don't think Foden or Haaland are gonna outscore for the next game week or two. Because I'm probably thinking about wildcarding in 31. Like, what most people are trying to do, 31 wildcard. So I'm like, what's gonna tide me over for those 2 game weeks? Palmer's another option apparently, but we all know Palmer ain't shit. So,
That's fair.
and like then the other option would be an Arsenal midfielder. So I was thinking, oh, maybe
Odegaard is looking
Odegaard.
good.
But then I
Odegaard.
already have Wanyeri in my team, so I'm like, oh, I can't really. And I'm tripled up in Arsenal, so I can't really go there.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so like I was like, oh, I can't work through that. Wood, he's already in my team. Semenyo is another option. He's cheap. He's like
That's a
5.7
good. That's a
million.
good sign. That's a good sign. Man.
But then, like, I start to look at like the expected points per game week, and so Semenyo 5.2, Wood 5.3, Odegaard 5.3, and then
And now,
I look at Palmer 5.4, and I'm like, oh, but that's expensive. 5.4, 10.9, so but he's gonna be in my team, and I have him already. So why am I trying to, like, he's there, but I'm not, like, he's gonna leave probably the next week or the week after, depending on that Tottenham fixture.
man,
And then I'm like, oh, but like, everybody's in and around the same number as this one specific player that I'm looking at, and this one specific player that I'm looking at is
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes. Okay, so guys, now that you're alone, I actually brought in Haaland at the beginning of this week. I just did this whole bit to fuck over Tibbs. Since he's gone, he doesn't know.
Okay, I'm back. Here we go. I'm back.
Yeah, so Bruno Fernandes, is the way to go. I know I just told everybody on the stream I actually brought Haaland in, but I would never do something that stupid. Bruh, you can cross your fingers all you want, but like Brighton, Leicester, They're both gonna score.
Yeah, so then Man City can score as well. I'm not. Haaland's not gonna get me a clean sheet.
If
I'm gonna
you
have no
said to me,
Arsenal.
if you said to me Marmoush over Haaland, I'd have said yeah, fair, because
Uh,
I think Marmoush, if they're playing that where they're going for the double up in the center in the middle with or up front with Marmoush and Haaland, I think Marmoush is now like the way City are like. I think they're trying to like I think Pep is gonna try go ahead of the curve, and he's looking to next season to figure out a formation for next season so that they get out the gates like they hit the road running basically. And I think for next season it's gonna be like a team which focuses on transitions, being stronger on the transition and kind of being able to score on transition as well. So I think with Haaland, they're gonna use him as basically the person who is a target man and absorbs all that pressure, and then Marmoush will be there to put it in the back of the net. I don't think your Haaland is going to be your out and out target man or who's going to score what we've seen from previous seasons. I think they're going to tweak everything. Yes, he's going to get goals. Don't get me wrong. Man will still get goals, but I don't think he's going to go to the levels of what it was a couple seasons ago or last season.
that's fair. That's a
And
fair narrative
and
because
so that's
when you
why
see
I'm
how
like
much play
I'm
he's done, he has been playing that role. Like
yeah.
he runs in behind Haaland as he draws all the defenders to him, and he's in the open man. So like that's how he has been playing so far. But you know what? That's a sort of that's the next season hustle. Now this
No, but
season we're gonna
that's what I'm
this season
saying.
Haaland's still
That's what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
Haaland.
And the games where City have looked dangerous this season has been games where Haaland is not really involved in the goal scoring threat. It's where it's
Yeah.
Marmoush is the goal scoring threat. And
Uh,
for Pep, they still are in a top four race or top five race. So
exactly.
they need to win games, and I back them
And
to
then
win the
Haaland's gonna
games.
Haaland. They're gonna just
And
be like, give
and
me the ball in the end zone
you see,
and
that's
give
where
me
you're
those
wrong.
long
That's where I think
analogies.
you're wrong. I think that's where you're wrong, basically, because I think it's a situation where it's gonna be give Haaland the ball, but Haaland's gonna lay it off.
Okay. I'm gonna say I believe, and that's the sad part is I'm a believer. So that's the part that you need to get across. I'm a
Hey
believer.
man, I could be very wrong, and you could be very right, and that's the reason
We
why
will
you are
see.
where you are, and where I am is where
Oh,
I am.
if it works, no, no. All I'm doing is I'm doing because I've always had this level of tips in me, right? But then now I've got rid of the luliness and I've listened to Sid more this season. That's the only difference. Like last season, you listened to all the good stuff Tip said, and you left all the nonsense, right? So now I'm just focusing on the good. Then I'm using you. So then next season we must use each other to then join the promised land together. But who are you gonna trust then this game week? Then now we're trusting people now since we have it because you've called us up. So who are we
I,
gonna trust?
I'm gonna trust Ethan Wanieri, bro.
Oh, that's a good trust there.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust Ethan Wanieri. It's a London derby. Let's see what happens.
Chelsea know nothing about a clean sheet. Like I think Sanchez will pass him the ball, but like Chelsea have nine goalkeepers, but none of them are good. I've never I don't understand. Like I don't know how they bought nine keepers, but all of them know nothing about keeping a clean sheet. So yeah, I think that Arsenal will definitely score, and like yeah, I think that Martinelli, when he played on the right, when he came on the bench playing on the right, he actually played pretty well. But yeah, I can't fault to say that Ethan Neri is a great transfer. My one is, Mr. Captain Mr. Captain New Zealand, Chris Wood, right? Like I trusting in this man is I think the reason why I am where I am in FPL this season. The fact that Chris Wood is, I think at the moment he's the second highest goal scorer in fantasy. I mean, as a striker,
Hmm.
like he has just been a godsend to me. I believed in him since game week one, but then only got him in like game week seven or something. But never met somebody that I just trusted in and has always delivered. So I have no doubt that against Ipswich, you know, he's gonna do what he's done for me all season. Get one goal, get all the bonus points, and then we started again next week. So Chris Wood,
Yeah, I think Chris was a good trust.
yeah,
I think in Believe,
yeah,
I believe would be my Chris Wood.
yeah,
Yeah, Believe would be my Chris Wood. I don't know who would your Believe be, because I think
yeah.
Chris Wood is a kind of a. I think he's got quite a good fixture considering it's against Ipswich this week.
Yeah,
Which is that's why I say he's probably a captaincy choice.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but
He
also
would have
like
been my captain this game week had I not bought in Haaland, and I would have captained Chris Wood.
you know,
Yeah. So my belief is a man like we. I never learn from my past mistakes. That's what I also do realize. I don't learn, and like that's my issue. Like I could be so good in fantasy if I never repeated my mistakes. But I've fallen back in love with João Pedro, and he's the man that I'm believing in. I'm like, João Pedro has been the bane of my existence for this season. If I picked Danny Welbeck instead of João Pedro when we had that chance early in the season, oh, it would be flying. I would be sky high flying this season. But I saw something in João Pedro at the beginning. He got injured. But
yeah.
now he's told me he's changed. He's told me he's changed, that he's a new man.
So
And just like how I believe, huh?
you're going for a striker option. You're going for two opposing strikers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be goals. Oh, when it's a hindsight, it's foresight. Ooh, it's goals, goals, goals. Ah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a goal a marathon. Fam. It's gonna be a goal. There's not a clean sheet in sight. There's not a clean sheet in sight. So, João Pedro. Oh crap!
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Okay. I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not involved. I'm just not involved. Man scores one goal last weekend, and this man goes, "You know what? You're right. You're the one for me."
You've changed, fam. It's just like one profile picture. I'm like, we're back, baby. We're back.
Hey, bro. Each to
but
their
I
own.
did, but I would say that that I would have gone with Raul. I should have gone with, Raul Jimenez, not Raul. I would say Raul Jimenez is a smarter pick than João Pedro. But you know, when you think that you just see something in somebody that no one else sees, I think that's that's what I'm doing. But the smart pick would be Raul Jimenez.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Raul Jimenez.
Yeah, no, no. He's the smarter pick. But Tim's just decided he just saw something that maybe not everyone else is seeing, you
Okay. If you say so, my guy.
know.
Okay, so who's your strike three? You're up.
Well, I think it's pretty simple. Like, so my strike three are out. It had to be Cunha, because yeah, man is still suspended for I think two more game weeks, and um, after those two more game weeks, Wolves' good fixtures subside, so there's not even waiting for somebody. Like, and then obviously the other players that are getting doubles coming in. So I'm like, it's just not worth keeping him, and he is pretty expensive, like he's 7.2 or something. So Cunha, that's my strike three out. The other strike three out, it just had to be Palmer. Like he doesn't notoriously, like you said, do well against big teams, and he's playing now Arsenal. Okay, Tottenham not a big team, but he's playing Arsenal and Tottenham in the next two games. He's got one return in the past seven fixtures. Chelsea look surprisingly without Nicholas Jackson like a team that can't score.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he is 11 or 10.9. He's too expensive of a player to be, when there's players out here playing, he's too expensive to be just keeping. So for me, he's a strike three out. And then obviously Trent. Like those are three players that I believe aren't worth their price tag. Even if
I will caveat that by saying if it was a normal game week, I would say yeah, you can get rid of Palmer. But like realistically, realistically, you'd probably want somebody from a Liverpool, from the Liverpool midfield, to be honest. And so I would want to transfer Palmer for someone in Liverpool or in someone in Newcastle to actually have like a just to give a bit of a differential. So yeah, and considering that like what the like for some reason on my fixture ticket there might be a triple game week, which I don't understand, but okay. But I might be wrong in reading this. But
Right.
yeah, there's like City in Game Week 36 might be playing Southampton,
Right, yeah,
Bournemouth,
that just
Villa.
depends. Now, because they haven't read, yeah, that was going to be the case until they got knocked out of Europe, because then there wouldn't be any fixtures in the midweek to be able to rearrange it.
Hmm.
But then now that they're not in Europe, then now the midweek is open. So
Yeah.
that was the case. But since they've been knocked out of Europe, they clearly just haven't changed that in the game. So now that there
Okay.
will be game weeks available for them to slot and rearrange fixtures. So no, no, that is fair. Because yeah, Chelsea aren't looking to double again. I know Man City will have a double. Newcastle and Crystal Palace have already their double has been rearranged already for Game Week 32.
Mm.
It's just because I was gonna wild card in Game Week 31. I just wanted to take like an educated punt on somebody for these last two game weeks, which is why I took Palmer out. I would have done it to Bruno if I had the funds or like extra transfers because then I could do it on Trent so I can get more money. But yeah, money was tight. I never wanted to take too many minuses. So,
Yeah.
and I
Uh,
just wanted to go
as
for
also
Holland.
the thing is a playing player, so Palmer
Yeah.
is a playing
Yeah, yeah.
player. There is still a chance he does score a goal. Like I mean,
Oh,
who
yeah.
knows? Who knows?
It
But
could
like,
bite me in the butt. It could bite me in the butt. But then I was kind of like, um,
because
I
I
was kind
feel
of like, I think that Haaland would outscore every striker that I wanted to bring in.
yeah,
So that's kind of how I felt like, especially if I captained them, how I kind of felt I'm going to justify it.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to strike three out, my strike three out is the same thing, but exactly the
Yeah.
same thing. Trent, Palmer. Who's the other person you said?
Trent Palmer and, oh, Cunha, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never Cunha.
I don't have Cunha, but yeah, I would say Cunha is also a strike three out. But I mean, I left Cunha for a long ago for a reason.
Yeah, no, I brought him back for this double. No, I brought him for this. That's the part I went too early. I brought him. He's playing Southampton. I'm like, I'm gonna get ahead of the curve. I got it. Then man decided to do WWE SmackDown and the FA Cup, and then I shouldn't have Holland. Like if it wasn't for him, I would have never brought in Holland because then I would have had three playing strikers. Then I probably would have taken out Palmer for Fernandez, or found a way to bring Fernandez in just for a one night only effect. But we're here now. Anyway, let's go to hindsight is foresight. So this is where we make predictions, so we can actually decide, like Sid says, so we can know what to do with our team selection and how we think the games are gonna go this game week. So the first game is West Ham versus Everton. So both teams, like West Ham, aren't a great scoring team. Everton, since it's a tale of the two new managers. David Moyes gets to go back home. Back to the club that said that you're not good enough for me. So you saw what he did when he went to Old Trafford. So David Moyes likes some revenge, but I think it's just going to be 1-1. Like I don't think these two teams are prolific, even though they're scorers, and both of them really haven't kept a clean sheet in a while. So 1-1.
I say sorry. I say 2-1 to West Ham
Two.
to West Ham to be
Ooh.
honest.
Oh, then you think that they're gonna prove to that Potter is in, fam?
Yeah, look, I think West Ham have been playing much better since
Oh, they
Potter's
have been,
come
yeah.
in, and like they seem like they have more structure. It seems like I don't know, it just seems like they're more capable since Potter's come in, and I think yes, your boy at Everton has done well. But I just don't think, I just don't know. I just don't see them. Yes, they've got a good defensive record. They can score some goals, but it just when it comes to shootouts and it'll be a little bit more open. We're not. I think what we're used to from both these teams is quite a like closed game in terms of like ball progression. So when you're looking at this game, I think you have to like look at it as like, oh, I think they're gonna like. I feel like both teams will come out to attack, and it's gonna be whose attack is stronger. And I like Everton have managed to score goals, but I just don't see. I think West Ham attack is still a little bit stronger than Everton, and like the fact that like Mikel Antonio, they're trying to like big him up and all that stuff after his accident and stuff like that, and the news of him coming back soon probably will still only be like it'll also only be at the end of the season or next
Yeah,
season
yeah.
probably, but
I
like
think you're like if he's fit, he like we might get like the last game of the season. Just
yeah.
like welcome back type of
Yeah,
situation.
like sort of thing. But it's still like I think you're just looking at the vibe around the team. I think yeah, 2-1 would be a way to go for West Ham.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, not that bad. Not that bad. Then we have Ipswich, Nottingham Forest. I think it's just going to be 2-0
Oh,
to.
I don't think so. I think this is a situation where a lot of people need to understand. This is the last time we all messed up and we know one captain Chris Wood, and then Chris Wood went and scored. Was it 4 goals or 3 goals?
Yeah, he scored a hat trick. Eh?
Yeah, he scored a hat trick. I think we're looking at another hat trick weekend from Chris Wood.
No, Sid,
I think
no,
we're looking at another hat trick weekend from Chris Wood. I think like strongest defense in the league. They like honestly they're what 3 points behind Arsenal. So 3 or 4 points behind Arsenal. So they could quite easily start going for like I mean everybody's competitive. So to finish second in the league for Forest is a possibility because I think Arsenal also kind of checked out from the league because they're like I think it's
focusing on the Champions League. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think like for Arsenal, with the amount of games that are left over, and the fact that fifth place has been like fifth place now will secure Champions League football. I for Arsenal, I think they've kind of worked it out. Even if they like lose a couple games, like even if they draw a couple games and they'll get by on a 1-0 or whatever, like there's enough games in the season when you look at like Arsenal's fixtures. They play Chelsea, Fulham, Everton, Brentford, Crystal Palace, um, Ipswich, Bournemouth, Liverpool, and Newcastle. Those are like the last games of the season. So I think, to be honest, they need to win about 50% of those games only to really say, oh yeah, cool, like this is our season, this kind of thing. So, and looking at our fixture this weekend, Chelsea, I think we should win. And then, like, further down the line, Ipswich still have a chance, so they need to stay close behind Arsenal for the second place spot. So I still think yeah, like I think Nottingham Forest have a point to prove this season. So I think yeah, you're gonna see them coming out the gates this weekend and firing in all cylinders. To be honest.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's hope that is. Well, yeah, because like I said, Wood would be my captain if this wasn't the situation.
Like it goes back to what I said originally with the Haaland situation. Haaland is not a player who's scoring more goals than a Raul Jimenez, a Wood, Isaac. He's not. He's not guaranteeing you a goal every game. Whereas I think Wood has proven himself over the season to be able to at least you can expect a goal every game. He might not score a goal every game, but you can expect a goal every game. So like, and the same with like Jimenez right now is on great form. So yeah, this is the same thing where it goes back to like the whole thing of like Haaland. I just don't think he's worth the money. Like just because he's Haaland doesn't mean he's worth 14.7 million just to have in your team as a trophy. Like
Hey, some people always want a trophy wife. Why are you out here trying to stuff a good man? Trying to take a
no,
good
I'm
man
just
down?
I'm just here to like give general people the like the advice, and that's why my advice is saying like I think Chris Wood is a great captaincy because I think this is gonna be goals galore this weekend against Ipswich because Ipswich don't know anything about defending, bro. and I think
Yeah.
they've also kind of checked out because I realistically don't think they can make it out of the. Let me
Yeah,
just look at the league
they're
table.
the team that are closest to getting out, but they not a thing. They're not about to do a prison break. You know what I'm saying? But
Like yeah, over the next what 10 games? Can they make up a six? Can they win? Can they make up a 6 point loss over Wolves? And will Wolves continue to lose for six?
Wolves can continue to lose, but I think Cunha will get Wolves out of trouble. I don't think like Liam Delap is as good to get a 6 points over Wood versus like I still think they could match each other, but I don't know if he's like 6 points better than Cunha. So I fully yeah. So I think it's gonna be 2-0, but you could be right. But the game that I think is going to have goals galore is the next game, which is Man City versus Brighton. And it is going to be a 3-2 juggernaut back to back finish. And Man City are going to come out on top. 3-2 Man City. 2 goals by Haaland, 2 goals by wait, 1 goal by João Pedro. Let's go. We are here now.
So you see, I just don't see that.
the, the, that's the perfect story, Sid. It's
Well,
the
because you're ignoring all the subcontext of the story. Like Brighton are 1 point off of City,
yes. That's why I
one
said you
point
need
off
to
of
make sure
City
the things
and
happen.
Newcastle, 1 point
Yeah,
off of City and
you have
Newcastle,
to
and
stomp City in the throat.
they can with this game they can kind of be put it into their own hands to be in top five for Champions League, which will be Brighton's best ever, like best finish, I think, if they get into Champions League spot.
Oh, easy. Yeah, yeah, easy.
So like, I just don't think it's gonna be as easy of a game as you think it is in terms of goal scoring opportunities. I think Brighton are gonna defend, and they're gonna like they can defend well. And I just when you look at like the City defense versus the Brighton defense, I think Brighton have a better defense than City in terms of keeping a clean sheet.
I went like I've had Verbruggen for a large part of the season, Sid. I like if there's a team like maybe the 3 is a bit excessive, but if there's a team that's gonna just give up a goal for his, I will say that that is Brighton. They are a team. They might the 3 is excessive, but the 3 is
But that's what I'm
because
saying. Like I see Brighton either going ham and scoring like 4 goals, and like going 4-1. I see Brighton more realistically going 4-1, beating City 4-1, or they're losing to City like 3-1 or 4-1. I think it's gonna go either way. It's not gonna be a situation where both teams score goals and it goes like 3-2 or 4-3, or I don't think it's gonna be a one goal game in it. It'll either go like one team scores ridiculously high and the other team scores like absolutely nothing, or it's gonna be like a 1-0 and that's it.
okay. I disagree. I disagree because I believe that my story
Could and also realistically,
will
it could also end
compelling
in a
TV.
draw. It also could end in a draw. I think there's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
a,
Let's
a
make it
good
2-2.
possibility of a draw
Yeah,
happening.
let's
So
throw a 2-2 draw in.
so
2-2
I'm
draw.
actually gonna go with Brighton 4-1.
Flashy.
I'm gonna go with
Man
Brighton
City
4-1.
3-2.
I'm gonna go with
Man
Brighton
City
4-1.
3-2.
I just
Let's go.
the City team doesn't look like they have it in them to outscore a team. It's just yeah. So I got Brighton 4-1.
Okay. You go where you want to be. So Wolves versus Southampton. I think it's going to be 1-0 to Wolves.
I mean, you've missed a whole. Oh yeah, okay, no. Southampton Wolves. You think Wolves win 1-0?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can actually see it. I can see
Yeah,
that.
because Southampton are still the worst team to ever grace the leagues of the
I mean, they
Premier
still
League.
haven't made it into double digits in points. Just bear and like for people, just bear in mind to win a game, you get 3 points. So that means all they have to do is win 4 games, and they would be in an
And
entirety of the
and
season.
and to tell people the usual score to for safety in the Premier League is 40.
Yeah,
So usually like only one team has ever been relegated with 40 points. So 40 is safety. We are nearly We are over three quarters of the way through the season. We've passed three quarters. We have passed three quarters our way through the season, and they've got 9 points. So, and then Wolves still struggle. Obviously, their main striker Cunha is out, so I don't think they'll be banging in goals, but like they will score a goal, and I think that that's what the result's going to be.
Yeah, I backed it. I think Wolves will win like 1-0. Bournemouth, Brentford.
Now, this one, I don't know what Brentford we're getting. This is my thing. Where Bournemouth are, like we even said last time, like, yo, Tottenham came out of nowhere. But we were very okay. Like Kepa had to give Tottenham a goal. Like Kepa was just handing it out. So like we said last time when they drew, we said they were gonna be better than Tottenham. They scored 2 goals. So I think that Bournemouth right now are a team that can score goals. So I'm going to give Bournemouth 2-1, but I don't know what Brentford is gonna come through. That's my issue. But if I had to go on form, it's Bournemouth 2-1.
I I want to give. I want to give. Yeah, I want to say Brentford win 3-2.
Yeah, see, that's Brentford can do that, but like I haven't seen it lately. Like Bournemouth is just a better team on form, so that's kind of why. But hey, but maybe Vincent and Brim will get their act together. That's the
I
so.
I just think yeah, it just depends on what team, like you said, what team comes out this weekend. But I do think yeah, I do think I see Brentford because in terms of table wise, looking at this table,
Mhm.
Brentford are 38, so they're probably wanting to hit that 40 mark and just secure mid table season, call it
Mhm.
a day. Um, and then yeah, that's it essentially.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. So then we have our okay, not North London derby, but our London derby. We have Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Three
Where do
thirty
you
on
think?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday, yeah.
What are you gonna ask? Where what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, but wait, like, are you guys like, like you both made it to the next round in Europe? You're both coming off like you guys rested people. Oh, for me, I'll tell you, this is going to be a very, very simple, like, like a 3-1 Arsenal.
Um, I don't think it's gonna be as big as we think it is. Like I predicted like 3-0 against United, and then I watched our team fizzle about for 25 minutes. Oh no, for what 25 95 minutes. So I don't think it's gonna be as big, but I do see like a 2-1. I think it might be a little bit closer than what we think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
like I think is that do I actually realistically see Chelsea scoring a goal?
that's why I said 3-1. I said 3-1. So the reason why I say this, right? Like since like your Havertz and your Jesus have been injured, like there's been a formula to beat Arsenal, which is teams that do the low block. That's why you guys struggled against West Ham's and your Newcastles and United. Is that teams that just be like, hold up, let's just defend and what you guys gonna do about it. They do really well against you. Chelsea don't do that. So then when Arsenal are allowed to actually play, you guys have like Arteta's a great coach and you guys have better players, even if you don't have your full quartet of strikers and whatever up front. So I think just because of Chelsea's style of play, of how Chelsea try to hold possession and they try to press on the front, I
Mm-hmm.
think they will play into your hands more than other teams would that are very sturdy in defense. That's why I think it's going to be like a little bit more of there'll be a little bit more goal opportunities and goal threat for you guys to win the match. So then that's like the actual logical reasons instead of Tibbs is making up a story for fun reasons.
No,
um,
yeah, and I think that reason makes sense, and like when I look at it, that's my thing. Is like, do I think that the defense makes sense? Like, do I think the defense is gonna like, do I think Arsenal defense can defend against Palmer and Co when they're not really firing on all cylinders? Yes. Do I think Chelsea's defense can kind of mitigate our defense? I don't think so. Our attack,
Yeah.
sorry, our attack. I don't think so because, like, realistically, we do move the ball quickly. We do have quite a high press, and Chelsea's team doesn't look like they're very good against the high press when it comes
Yeah.
to like the opposing team. So I don't know. So yeah, I'll go with a 2-0. Honestly, Arsenal 2-0.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even
That's
actually,
fair.
no, it actually a lie. I'll go with Arsenal 1-0. I think Arsenal, I think Arsenal will score a goal, defend for like the rest of the game, unless they're forced to go out there and like score goals. I don't think Arsenal are going to score goals because I think also realistically you got to remember Martinelli probably only going to play like 10-15 minutes. They're probably not going to play like it's not going to be balls to the wall football because like a lot of what Rice is going away, Skelly's going away for international break.
Yeah. Hey, well
So
done for Stevie, fam. He's vibing.
yeah, no, he did. Well done for getting selected.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so these guys are all going away. So I think like also it's going to be quite a situation of just like okay, cool, win the game, manage it, and just slow it down and call it a day. I think, and that's how it's going to go. So 1-0, I think Arsenal.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Tottenham, Fulham. I'm gonna copy paste what I said last time. Fulham are just a better team than Tottenham. Like it's a very sad. It's it's like it's not even I'm not Sid that has this hatred for Tottenham. Like I know I've seen what Tottenham is. I'm like Fulham are just a better team than Tottenham. Tottenham can't defend. Um, so 2-1 Fulham. Like maybe Solanke might come right, and like he just came back from injury, so maybe he does something. But yeah, I think it's just 2-1 Fulham. Like nothing to write home about. I mean, Spurs are what they are right now because
Yeah.
we're banging out. We are 13th and 14th place team in the league. That's is a reason why we've been there. Reason why we're there because that's the type of team they are. Is that's as simple as that. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Fulham win it. I
Yeah.
think Fulham win it. I don't see Spurs last weekend struggled, bro. Like I
Nah,
watched that Spurs game and they struggled. I've never seen a team struggle so hard in my life. I was just like, nah, actually, these guys are not the ones.
yeah, it's not it. It's not it. Yeah. And then we end off at Man United going into international break. I think it'll be 2-1. 2-1. Yeah, Man United can't keep a clean sheet. So 2-1
Yeah.
to Man United. 2-1 to Man United. And I think we sink Leicester to getting relegated. Like I think it's that I don't know. I think my prediction is that Rasmus finally gets a goal. uh,
I think if you guys play how you played us, you guys win.
yeah,
If you guys
yeah.
play
I
and
think
this
it's
is what I
well, yeah.
said. This is what I said last time you guys played us. I said the same thing last time you guys played us. If you defend like how you defended against us, you guys will win majority of your upcoming games. Because I think that is the key right now. Is like because you guys show first of all you use it like the Arsenal kid as a striker, it looks pretty decent. Arsenal kid as a defender also looks pretty decent.
Hey,
Uh,
Haven. Haven
yeah.
was Haven. I was like, hey, we are here in
So
heaven. I'm like, how are we still playing Maguire? I'm like, this man was leave. Lindelof
exactly,
was
like
go.
I'm
Like,
surprised he didn't want to stay at Arsenal. Like honestly, like could have been getting some
no,
good time as a centre back. But anyways, but like again, these guys are good. It looks like you guys have got a good spine, good structure. It's just if you play the way you play and you don't do stupid mistakes,
okay, you
you
have to
guys have.
speak to Anana about the stupid. I can't, like, yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, like from what I saw last weekend, because I don't particularly watch United often in terms of their football. I just like kind of watch highlights and then watch a little bit here and there. I don't
It's
physically
a
sit.
dire watch. It's a
Yeah,
dire watch.
I don't, and like I was like, actually, do you know what? You guys are not bad. You guys are just doing stupid things apparently, and like you guys should not like after that game. I don't think you guys should be 14th in the league. You guys could be like in the top 10. Like realistically, when you look at that, I think you guys could be in the top 10. I don't think you should be in the bottom half. Like,
Yeah. No, that's fair.
but hey,
We did score, but
yeah.
I will agree with you. I would agree with you if that's the case. So so what's your team selection and captaincy looking for in this blank game week? So what's
I'll
your
be honest.
yeah? You're still figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out my team. I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. I don't know what my team's gonna look like. I know captaincy's probably going on Chris Wood.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so then I'll go because I've already made my transfers.
Yeah.
So
I
team,
I will be bringing in Bruno and I will be bringing in Wan Bissaka, looking for a United reunion over here. But like, I don't know if I will actually stick it on Bruno to be the captain. I think I might stick it on Chris Wood, but I just want the firepower for the next coming game weeks. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sid, I swear, like when the Man United game is on, and if Bruno does anything, lose my number, don't text me, don't, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know who you. Just know that this podcast is relying on Bruno doing nothing, because I will be damned if I will come on this show with Bruno Fernandes in your team and not mine, and he's scoring points. I'll be damned. I'm just letting you know. I'll be damned.
Oh,
damned.
you can be damned all you want, bro. You can be damned all you want, bro.
That's all I'm just saying. So yeah, so my team is, I have in goal cells. My back three is Robinson, Gabriel, and Nori. I have Dangra, Matoma, Clayfield, and
Clavert, bro.
I'm Afrikaans. I don't know Clayfield. I don't know. So Clayfield, Mbuemo, and then up front it's Pedro, Haaland as captain, Wood as vice captain. Then I have Trent, Muniz, and Salah on the bench with Pickford. Okay. So Haaland we trust. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the team. So thank you guys for listening to this episode. Hope you guys have a great game week. Remember that my name is Tibbs from the FPL Diamond Dogs.
And my name's Sid.
And remember, we're number 1 in the field.
And number 1 in your hearts.